Paul Kelly, golden silversmith. We're based here in Kenmare, have been for, as I say, nearly 13, 14 years. As I say, I'm a mussel farmer as well. So the mussel farm tends to be busy around January, February, March. That's when we start harvesting mussels. And the jewellery shop tends to be busy from May, June, July, August. And then after that you're sort of quiet a bit, and then you're getting ready for Christmas, because that's busy with the jewellery as well. So they sort of, the two of them work hand in glove fairly well together. So, and because this is sort of fairly precise, intense indoor work, it's lovely to have the contrast then of the boat and the physical and the harvesting the mussels and growing the mussels and sort of being outdoors. So you get the best of both worlds, if you know what I mean. So you get the pleasure of sitting in here making the stuff, and then on a fine day like today, now this evening, you could go out in the boat and harvest some mussels and have a nice barbecue. So anyway, I was very lucky to get an apprenticeship with Kenny with a guy called Rudolf Helsel, who's a German master craftsman, and another guy after that I worked with sort of in silversmithing for a while, Peter Donovan, who was an English silversmith, and they, between the two of them, I got a fairly rounded work experience in the metalwork, both silversmithing and goldsmithing. You know, I mean, I know it probably sounds corny. There's something terribly satisfying about sitting down with a blank piece of metal, and I was never very good at, as I said, fine art really when I looked at it closely. So I can't really sketch something out or sort of, you know, come up with a design on a piece of paper. It's more you sit down with a piece of metal. And what I sort of very much like about this craft as well, you know, I'm a craftsman first and foremost. I'm not necessarily, every now and again I like to think of myself as a bit of an artist, but I'm actually like a plumber or a shoemaker or a carpenter. You know, I fit into one part of the society. So when I want a plumber, I ring the plumber, and when the plumber wants a wedding ring or something for his wife, he rings me. So I mean, it's a trade, and you know, you wouldn't want to be taking yourself too seriously now and getting arty-farty. It's a practical skill that you can learn and you can teach to somebody else. So anyway, with that in mind, when somebody comes in and requires something, to be able to sort of sit down with a piece of metal and try and sort of figure out from them what they want and try and sort of offer suggestions, and between yourself and the customer, you know, we're like an architect and a client, figure out something, but try and add your bit to it. And then if you do that well enough, that then gives you the time and the money to buy more metal, to create my own pieces that then I put on display, and someone comes in off the street, a tourist or a local, who isn't looking necessarily for anything but likes my work sufficiently to part with their hard-earned cash. You know, and it's that simple. You know, a lot of my pieces, I mean, you know, it's silver, it's 18-karat gold, it's precious and semi-precious stones. It's by no means cheap. I'm quite expensive because it's hand done, and I sort of value and appreciate my input. So I mean, I charge well for it. But somebody who doesn't need necessarily a ring says, do you know what, I love that so much, I'm going to buy it. That's what's incredibly satisfying about it. And actually, honest to God. Seriously, it sounds a bit corny, I know, but actually that's the greatest, the best kick I get out of it. As I say, I've got a nice balance between the outdoor and indoor. I still love coming into work every morning. I mean, I look forward to coming in and whatever's on the bench.